What if who you think you are actually isn't you at all? Hmm? Most people, they don't lack clarity. They lack separation from the roles they have been playing. Playing is the right word, playing, meaning stepping into a role that's not authentically you. Today we're breaking that, so let's handle it. Okay? So we're going to really be digging into spiritual identity, self awareness, personal growth, inner work. Okay? That's what we're digging into today with spirituality, universal love, and the mind. Spirituality has to do with the crown chakra. Universal love is actually the soul star chakra. So the way I like to look at the soul star chakra is once you have all of your chakra energies in order and in alignment, the soul star chakra is like the next fractal that connects you to other people, other things, other beings, right? It's the next extension of yourself. Very close to the blossom of a flower, the stem and the root, right? They're all different fractals of something that's growing. Different fractals of love beyond identity. If you think about it, really thinking about it, like using the analogy I just gave you, if you only loved one role, one version of yourself, one box that you put yourself in, how limiting would that be? You would never see a stem, you would never see a tree, right? If you only fell in love with the root and every time it started to grow, you're like, oh, what's happening? No, this is moving, it's shifting, it's moving the dirt, it's twisting and turning. I'm used to being in the dark. Oh, what's that bright light? Oh, it's so bright, it's shining right on me. Oh, right. But really it's creating something very brand new. And oftentimes it takes interacting with things and beings outside of ourselves to help us understand we've been playing a role. Okay. And so this is why we're going to dig in and break it today. Okay. People keep trying to be loved for who they are, but they're still performing for who they think they should be. I had someone send me a video today and they were like, oh, don't, look at this person. Aren't they so cool? And then in the next breath, showed me a video of another popular figure and was like, oh, this popular figure could be your cousin. And I was thinking, please don't compare me to that person because I cannot be compared to. There's no other person like me. And that's not being conceited. I'm very unique. And when we're all ourselves, we can't be compared to anyone else. Right. And the first person that she showed me, it sounded good, but it actually was taking energy from this second video she showed me. So I was like, this persona, this character that the person was wearing, she adopted it from the next video of someone else that I saw. And that's what happens a lot of times. We adopt these roles and these fragmented personalities of what we think is going to be accepted and try and take it on as our own and then get frustrated when it doesn't work out the way it did for the person who was actually being authentic. That's something to think about. So the way we handle it is knowing that you were shaped to believe love comes from fitting into roles, family roles, social roles, survival roles, career roles. And when you realize that pretty much all of society has been about trying to get you to fit into those roles, could take a step back and one realize that all those roles were defined by someone. So why don't you define it for yourself? You know, I have different roles for different things. Start noticing when you're performing instead of being. There's actually an activity that I did to help me realize this with myself is I started recording myself often. And the more I recorded myself, if I looked at myself and was like, it felt like I was faking or pretending the way I would judge someone else, I was like, I need to re-record it or I need to not publish it. And I did that for years. And so actually I went through long periods of not posting anything until I could actually learn how to be authentic. I've fully erased pretty much all the data on my social media accounts multiple times for this purpose because I was like, well, once I know better, I want to do better, you know? And some different aspects, some different roles I was playing really didn't represent the authentic version of myself who I am now well at all. And so I was like, yeah, there's no need to even keep that anymore because I was pretending. That's just being real and straight up. So ask yourself, if I didn't need to be understood right now, what would I feel? How would I act? What would I do? What would I say? How would I express? So this is going to bring us into today's lab. All right. So let me pull that up for you. So today is love beyond identity. We're calibrating the mind. Okay. And this is really just saying what I just said. It's some art. I was talking last week about me getting some courage to put some of my art out there, and I'm going to do it. I actually have a whole idea, of course, because I move in series, I move in collections. That's just how I vibe of what I'm going to do with this art. And since you're watching this live, you get the inside scoop, okay, on how I'm going to handle my truth around this art. So you'll see this art on the ebook in Zion, the asset that's available. And it's also going to be turned into some other things in the future, which I'll wait to tell you. Okay. Um, but as you guys know, you see me build in real time. So these videos have a little bit of a lag. So give it about maybe an hour after the live to see the real videos uploaded. And if nothing else, give it 24 hours. I mean, you'll be fine. Okay. um, and we have this reflection here for you. So this video here will be the actual live that you're seeing today. Or actually, no, this will be the rising signal from Instagram. And then this reflection will be the live that you're watching here. Okay, so that's where you'll find the replay. And this is actually a seek and find piece of art. And so there are 7 pieces that are in this art that I designed for you to find. And if you click it, you can go into a deeper dive. All right. So you'll get layers and layers of what this seek and find piece means throughout time, and I'm going to keep layering them. And I think I might give you a new one every day. We'll see how my time persuades me to go ahead and do it. Okay. So let's go on and run this lab right now, though. So as you know, you can copy and paste. And actually, before we go into this, I want to dig deeper. Actually, I'm doing some new things in real time, so you actually get to see me work it out. This is a different format for me. I'm going to pull some cards, but let's do it while we do the prompts, okay? So the daily journal prompt, as I was starting to say, you can copy and paste it here, copy it here, and paste it into ChatGPT, or you can just click this button to run the lab, and it will open up a new tab. Okay. You click File, copy it so you can edit it. And then I'll change that folder later. Then you go to step 2, and we're going to actually input the answers here. So this is where we're going to get some deeper insight. Okay. So I'll pull some cards, and then you can go ahead and answer these questions on your own. The red is where you delete and type in your answers. Okay. This purple here, it's an example. Okay. Just to give you a head start. So let's get some insight on when it comes to spiritual universal love, love beyond identity. What is it that you would like to create related to your own personal experience? I'm about to pull a high level conversation card by 19 Keys and Earn Your Leisure. Okay. What question do you use to reroute negative thoughts? So when it comes to spiritual universal love, love beyond identity, it seems like you probably get some imposter syndrome when it comes to loving beyond the identity that you've given yourself to be a strong warrior of love, okay? Or the identity that other people have given you. It's been a challenge for you to move beyond that. And so you need a system to reroute your negative thoughts, okay? So this could be a guide for how you use this lab today, okay? This could be a guide for how you use the lab today. So, example, when it comes to spiritual universal love, love beyond identity, this is what I'd like to create related to my own experience. Maybe you could say something like, I'd like to be able to express my authentic truth and expand and evolve without feeling pressure around what people expect me to be. Okay. So that's something you could type in. And then let's get some deeper insight from my book, Highlight Your Intentions. Okay. It's it's a guided self development journal, 8 week creativity. So, and this just landed on the whole page. So, what that tells me is creatively, you want to express yourself different. Like you have different facets of yourself that you want to be and do and create and express. And sometimes people give you lashback because it goes outside the norm, it goes outside of what they expect. And it's been something that you've allowed to put pressure on you. Okay. And so this lab today can help you work through that. So maybe let's use that example for the next one. Discovering, let me go back to right. Discovering discovering this is important to me because I want to help people do whatever it is that you want to do creatively in different ways. So list that, okay? I've already tried doing this creatively and this was the result, right? This is the part that I'm saying here. I've already tried doing this creatively and this was the result. And you can even add how it made you feel, okay? And I would like to be confident and clear enough to take this action because I feel great when I'm being free and when I'm being expressive and expansive. It represents who I am as God in this being, in this facet, right? And then after you have all of those input, leave this part how it is. Please ask any questions you need. Just leave it. I created this prompt so it can run nice and smooth for you. Okay. And this is just to get your engine started. And then you'll copy and paste this whole prompt that's in brackets. And then you can click this link right here, go to ChatGPT, put it right in. Okay. Paste it and run it. Whoops, that's the wrong. I didn't copy the right thing. But paste it and run it. Okay. Um, I'll just paste it and copy it. I mean, copy it and paste it here so you could just get the feel. And then run it and let it go. Okay. And then once you get the answers, go back to this document. And on step number 3, paste your results here so you can stay organized. Okay. And so that's how you run the lab. If you like the way that this lab is run and you want to start turning it into content, then you might want to look into the gold lab, okay, that's here for you. And the I'll explain these different systems for you. Oh, actually, this is the one that's linked. Turn your ideas into chapters, chapters into content. Okay. This is actually the perfect one for you. I thought I had a different item linked, but this is really perfect for this one. So you can check this out and turn it into content, your journal prompts. And if you have any questions, because I'm building it in real time, just let me know. Okay. If you have suggestions on what would make it more fruitful and helpful, let me know that as well. Okay. Because my goal is to make effective products that help you to build and sustain your authenticity in a way that expresses who you are and actually helps other people too. And if you keep rolling with me, it's going to put some money in your pocket as well. Okay. That's it. I just feel like stretching. I don't know. I got excited. I was about to pray or something. But yeah, so this is how we're gonna handle our truth. But remember, we don't run from the truth. Okay, we handle it, and this is how we handle it sovereignly. We make a system around it. We journal it out. We talk it out. Really look at it and find real solutions. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. And if you want to dig deeper and if you want to have a little bit more access, join me in Zion. If you want to know how to access me in Zion, go to my Instagram and send me a DM and say Zion. Okay. And if you want to find me on Instagram, it's Queen Mama Moon. Okay. All right. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. You still there? Me too. I'm like, which one am I in? I need to end this. Okay, I got it. Peace.